So, news came out over the past couple of days of something that's been very familiar with a lot of us that are fans of both the A's and the Giants, but mostly the A's in some cases, due to the fact that basically the news that came out was the talk of potentially relocating the Oakland Athletics to another city. And when I heard this, when I read this, a part of me kind of laughed. A part of me kind of laughed because they even said it in the article themselves that this is nothing more than a way to motivate the city of Oakland to pass a bill that would allow them to build a new stadium within the city of Oakland itself or the Oakland region. And honestly, I think the latter is potentially going to happen because I don't think the city of Oakland wants to lose the Athletics. They lost the Raiders to Las Vegas. They kind of lost the Warriors to across the bay to San Francisco. I don't think they're going to want to lose the A's. So I think, honestly, the latter of a new stadium and all that, or renovations on the stadium that are needed, are going to occur. I definitely see that happen. I definitely see that happening, I should say. And some of the cities that are being discussed, honestly, they are plausible cities, but I just don't see anything happening. Because we've heard this song and dance, time and time again before, and every time we've heard it, the city of Oakland's been like, okay, we'll talk, or okay, here's the money to renovate the stadium you're currently in. This also gives us time with the money we're giving you to renovate. It also gives us time to look over potential areas around the region to put a new stadium in. So basically, yeah, it's like, we've seen this song and dance again, time and time before. And like I said, the cities that are being discussed and all that, they're not bad and everything, but I just don't see Oakland wanting to give up this sports team because, like I said, they lost two in a sense already. Well, Golden State in a way, just to across the bay, and the Raiders to Las Vegas. So I don't think they're going to want to lose, the A's to anybody else, if you know what I mean. In fact, one of the cities that's being talked about is Raleigh, North Carolina, which honestly I should say I don't see as a problem, but I don't think anybody would appreciate losing their A's, a West Division team, to the East Division of the American League. The same goes with Arizona. Arizona's in the talks. San Antonio, I think, is in the talks. Stuff like that. Even Las Vegas. Yeah, Las Vegas is in the talks as well. So a lot of these places that are close enough for people to travel to, even Reno, I think, is in the talks. Reno, Las Vegas, San Antonio, all these places are in talks. Oklahoma, I think Oklahoma City's been in talks, stuff like that. All these areas have been in discussion for potential relocations for the A's organization. But I don't see it happening. I don't. Like I said, I think the latter that I mentioned at the beginning is more likely to happen, and that's a new stadium being made. Now, again, as I mentioned, I think what's going to happen is what's happened before. They're going to give them money. They're going to raise money for renovations on the current stadium while they try to find a location within the region to put the A's at. I mean, even San Jose has been talked about as a potential landing spot for the A's. Yeah, they'd still be in the Bay Area, mostly the Silicon Valley portion of it. But hey, they'd still be here. But that's been talked about as a potential landing spot. But again, it's all up to the almighty dollar, when it's all said and done. And I think the almighty dollar is going to allow them to stay in Oakland because I don't think anybody's going to want to lose them. If they lose because here's the thing. If Oakland loses the A's, they're going to be the joke of the sports world. It's like, okay, you lost the Raiders, to Las Vegas. You lost the Warriors somewhat to across the bay to San Francisco. Oh, and now you lost the A's to wherever. Do you think they want to be the laughingstock? No. So I have no doubt, in my opinion, they're going to get a new stadium. And for that, until that happens, they will probably get more money pumped into the old stadium to get it renovated just enough to give the city of Oakland enough time to work out plans to find a region around, to find an area within the region to plant a new stadium. But I don't think, honestly, the A's are going to relocate anytime soon. I really don't. Despite some of the cities that are being talked about, like the ones I've mentioned, Reno, Las Vegas, San Antonio, Oklahoma, Raleigh, and all that, I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't. I mean, I cannot imagine I cannot imagine the city of Oakland wanting to deal with a major riot if they lose the A's, because there will be a major riot. There's no doubt about it. You think I'm kidding, but I'm not. There will be consequences. There will be, very unethical consequences that, obviously the police are going to have to be brought in for. So I don't think they're going to want to deal with that. I really don't. And that's why I truly believe the A's are going to stay in Oakland. I really do. Because, think about it this way. How do you think the people of Montreal felt when they lost the Expos to Landover, Maryland and Washington, D.C., where they became the Nationals? Do you think they liked it? No, they didn't. And ever since then, they've been trying to get a team back up there in Montreal. And that's no joke. That's no joke. Do you think it's no joke. They've been trying. So, honestly, again, I don't see it happening. I really don't. I really don't see the A's moving anywhere. I really don't. Because the last time they relocated was from Philadelphia to Kansas City to Oakland, and I don't see them relocating a fourth time. I really don't. I could be wrong, but I don't see it happening. But what are your guys' thoughts? Do you think the A's are going to remain in Oakland, or do you think there's a chance they could relocate? Let me know down below. Comment if you like. Again, the possibilities of where they could go are endless, almost endless. I mean, San Jose, Reno, Las Vegas, San Antonio, Oklahoma City, Raleigh, North Carolina. Possibilities are endless. But what are your thoughts on? What are your thoughts on it? Let me know down below. Comment if you like. And I am out.